All right. After some technical difficulties, I think the koala bear behind me, the balloon, I think it's actually a Chinese spy balloon, and it was blocking our communications. But now we can both hear and see each other. And this is my very special guest, Luke Wang.
Hello,
Uh,
everyone.
and he is in Cali. And where in Cali are you?
I'm in the Sacramento area. Right now, I am the president and the speaker coordinator of the Sacramento Aquarium Society.
Right on. And why why do we know each other?
Well, I think our first introduction was from Jason at Redfish Bluefish at the first Fishtoberfest.
Yep.
And over the last few years, we've stayed together at a couple events now. And I regard you as a good friend. And I'm excited to have you as one of our speakers for our Findig this year.
Indeed, me as well. I mean, the friend part and the speaker part. Um, so let's see here. I mean, how do you want to do this thing? So basically, we have a whole lot of details that have been secret, hush hush, only spoken in hush terms. Uh, and you've got all the goodies.
Yeah, we've been working a lot behind the scenes and we're ready to announce all these things about the second annual Findig, which last year we had a great time, made a couple bucks for the club, and I, as far as I know, everyone who came out had a good time too, so we're just hoping to repeat that.
Right. Plus, this time we can add booze, right?
Yes, sir. You know we love to drink.
Yeah, yeah. Me and the drinking. That's where it's at.
You know, I feel
Hey,
about the same, but
yeah. To each their own, though. I mean, maybe that'll make or break it for some people. People are like, I was gonna go, but they don't have a bar. So, and now they're like, oh, they got a bar. All right, I'll go.
well, I mean, by and large, we do drink a lot.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Even at like AGA, people were drinking substantial amounts of alcohol. So, yeah. I
Yep.
think I think it helps when folks don't know each other. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm not one of those people who's like a wallflower, really. Like if there's someone who wrote a paper or somebody who gave a speech earlier in the day or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I need to ask them something. I'll just like a shark beeline it towards them, and they probably think I'm crazy, but I know a lot of people want that liquid courage for a conference setting to be able to kind of like get the wheels turning.
It's a good social thing. Everyone's got their own social cues, you know?
Yeah,
So
totally.
everyone's got a thing to socialize with. It makes it easier.
Yeah, for sure. I like that tank behind you for that. I mean, man, it looks massive.
It's it's my 50, my collectoritis tank, you know.
I
Uh,
know, I know. It looks like I don't know. It looks like a 90 or something. I mean, it. I don't know what to do with the scale. I guess with the proportions.
yeah, I think I've done a decent job fiddling around over the years with what species go where, so the gradient naturally forms pretty decently.
Right
Can't really
on.
call it escape, but I mean, I sent you the time lapse of when it looked really bad, so
Yeah,
I'm happy with how it's gotten since then for sure.
it's a Dutch scape of sorts, a nursery scape.
Yeah, I hesitate to call it Dutch, and I don't. I know that
I will.
I'm gonna get shit on by
Yeah.
lots of people if I call it a Dutch because it's got far more than one species per 4 inches of tank. But
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
that's so arbitrary to me. But okay.
I think it's kind of my style that I've developed over the years. Is just like Oh yes, this amount of space, if I divide it into these neat little rectangles, it'll fit this number of species and
Yeah.
they'll just densely bush up.
Yeah.
Uh, Not super Brazilian because I don't use any hardscape, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Somebody wanted to know if you're able to show the tank at all up close, or are you kind of set up for
Sure.
streaming? Okay. Just curious before we jump into the details on.
Yeah, if people want to see the tank, I'm happy to just show the tank and not show myself, then it makes it easier when I want to read off of papers or anything too.
Well, whatever you want to do, man. I like looking at into the eyes of your soul. But you know, I mean, you do you. I know what you look like. Is it still light down there?
Yeah,
Weird. It is
not
not
quite
here.
dark yet.
Not here, but that's probably because of cloudiness. Nice.
Are we
We're in it.
close enough?
Yeah.
That section? If we're zoomed in, I can't really show the whole thing, but
Yeah, yeah.
if we get
No.
requests to move it, I can.
We're the fish, bro.
Uh, they all died.
Oh. Are there any fish in there though?
There are a few. Yeah, there are two Pandagaras. There are maybe four or five pygmy cories. There's one Lacordae tetra. There's one auto, and there are I after the big die off, I put three of the forktail loaches in there, Violentella
Oh.
massi.
Oh, cool.
So there's one of them hangs out right here in the S. Rethens. You can kind of see its face poking out in the middle there.
Yeah.
So it picked a great place to hang out.
Yeah. I want some horse face loaches or lizard loaches. The red lizard loach. They're pretty cool. Yeah, that tank looks very nice.
Thank you.
Any Xerxes in there right now?
No, that's one of the plants that I lost.
Bummer.
One of the few, honestly. I'm surprised at how many of the plants made it through.
Yeah. Well, that's good. All right. So if you want to do it this way, that's fine. That's a pretty view. Oh, there's a Pandagara.
Jeff, there's no again. I've never gassed my fish before, okay? But yes, that is exactly what happened. It actually, I ignored it for way too long and it evaporated like 4 inches. And the air stone I have in there was above the water. So with my 15 or so bubbles per second of CO2, all the fish died.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. 15 bubbles a second. That's wild. You're wild, man.
It's a little bit wasteful, and I'm aware of that. But with higher ppm CO2 in the house, I justify it in my head because we have a lot of terrestrial plants too.
I was gonna say, do you justify it because you're like trying to off yourself or something in that house, or like, no, no, I'm just kidding. You guys,
It's CO2, not CO.
true, yeah. It sinks to the floor, so you'd need it enough to literally fill the house before you got in trouble. Or, I
Well, we've
mean,
got a few percent in the atmosphere that we can work with before we die, right?
oh yeah, yeah,
So,
definitely, yeah, yeah, definitely. But I was reading that, like, even in a what was it? Some guy was like theorizing if you were in a basement and a 20-pound tank completely leaked and you were sleeping on the floor, then you might be in trouble. Like in a basement bedroom with a concrete floor and
yeah,
walls.
that's fair.
But other than that, like if you've got a door or a heater vent or anywhere for the air or for the gas to settle, it won't be an issue.
That would really only be in a completely dead air situation too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, no heater vents or air vents or anything coming or going. Um, but I mean, now we can talk about happier things. Let's talk about Findig. So last year you guys did a big Findig and it was a success. You guys had a good number of YouTuber type people, a good number of academic or scholarly type people, and just passionate hobbyist kind of old school fish club people. Um, this year, is there a theme or is there anything we need to know about how it's going to unfold, or what's this year looking to be like? Can you tell us something about
Well,
Findig 2024?
as far as themes go, we're not really running one. I think the main goal that we had when lining up the speaker list was to have something that would get someone excited no matter what they're really into.
Cool.
So we've done our best to have a good spread of the topics that the speakers will be here for.
Very cool. So can we find out what that spread is? I mean, who are the speakers?
Yeah, so the well, I'll just go down the list. There's
Go
Samantha
up the
West
list.
of ZoomEd,
Okay.
and
What does she do? I mean, do you know a little bit about each
yeah,
person
so
that you can
she
kind of help to inform us on?
she recently did a master's paper on the breeding habits of Gyrodinus metallicus in the wild. That's the black chin
Oh,
live bearer.
yeah.
And so there uh, apparently there are certain things that the different color forms, being the black chin and the non-black chin males, do that are very interesting that don't necessarily reflect in the way that people breed them in their tanks.
Oh,
Um, so she may be giving a presentation about that, and at her job at ZoomEd, they've recently been breeding the panda waru. So there's a possibility that we'll get a talk about the breeding and rearing of them.
now where's ZoomEd located?
ZoomEd headquarters is in San Luis Obispo, which is about
Where the owner lives?
5 or 6 hours south of us. And they've been great to us. They were a big sponsor last year, and as far as we know, they're planning on sponsoring us in the same capacity this year, which was really awesome.
That's super cool. Yeah, they've got their owner has like that giant I don't know what to call it, stash of artifacts and antiques and turn of the century aquariums and memorabilia and stuff. Um,
Yeah, it's very similar to your old channel name, actually.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
The
so
Museum of Aquatic Pet History, or is it Aquarium Pet History? Something like that.
yeah, yeah. That was part of the reason why I changed too. Is I was like, well, it looks like they'll have that legacy covered. And then they did post a couple things though, where they're like, hey, if anybody knows the provenance of this, like we found this thing, he bought it in an auction in Marseille, France, or whatever. And I have pictures because of um, Dr. Klee, and some of them I was like able to say like, oh, that was these brothers in Belgium that made that cast iron aquarium, and I messaged him on what's it called? YouTube, and but never heard back. And I was like, oh well, I have the things you said you wanted to know, and then like they're like, we're gonna come out with a new episode each week, and it's been a little slower than that. But I mean, I can't blame them. They've got something like 80,000 artifacts or something, so pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day it's open to the public for us to actually walk through.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of weird condos for like dogs and like monkeys even, and just like weird 1950s pet playhouses and stuff, like Barbie Dream House for your monkey. Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on, Kenny? Goose Knob Maverick, what's going on?
Hey, Kenny.
So we've got
Sam West.
okay.
Not fully determined the topic.
Okay.
We've got yourself.
Y'all.
And if you want to talk about what you're going to be talking about, feel free. You don't have to.
So I was hoping to confirm with Ivan or Yvon if I don't who was it that I was talking to, is like, his name is Yvon, and I was like, yeah, he says call me Ivan. um I think he's Croatian originally, but anyways, living in Venezuela growing up, and now world traveler extraordinaire. I mean, we want to both do something with somewhat of a focus on conservation and education, but we both have a nonprofit together. Ivan Mikolji and I, and his sister Yelka and I, the three of us are the board members, and the Green Earth Alliance is the name of it. And Ivan has been doing a bunch of artwork, as well as just work in general, trying to publicize the Orinoco Delta. And that's not necessarily in hopes of saying that the Orinoco is more special than everything else or anything else, but rather just to say, like, look at these incredible places we have around us. And he's just so happened to document that one for over 25 years now extremely thoroughly, and has a number of books out. I believe the plant version one is coming out next, if not already. Have you seen any pre-order ads or anything yet for it?
I have not, but I have my fingers crossed that we'll
Yeah.
be seeing it at a table at the Findig.
Yeah, exactly. That would be great. But so that's what I'm going to say for now, is that I think we're probably going to do something that isn't the same topic, but that ties into one another's and kind of backs one another up.
Yeah.
So,
well, as Alex just mentioned, the next speaker in the line is going to be Ivan Mikolji. I think lots of the people in the audience have probably heard of him due to his association with Alex, but we're very excited to have an amazing photographer and traveler. And, this guy documents really well all of the water that he goes through and all that stuff. So it's going to be a great talk, great resource and a lot of questions that we'll have.
Yeah. And then, so who do we round off the speaker list with then?
We've also got Gary Lang, who I'm sure lots of people have heard of as well.
Gary Lang.
He's going to be giving a talk about collecting some rainbow fish, probably.
Do you know if it's about his 2019 trip?
I'm not sure if he's doing the Kalitawa talk or if he's been on another collecting trip since then. I should honestly confirm with him fairly soon.
The Kalitawa, is that the turkey's head Papua New Guinea one?
Yeah, that's the red, white, and blue one.
Yeah, okay.
The one that they found with two other rainbows in the same body of water, but they weren't really
Yes.
crossing.
Right, right. And it was just in some ditch, like right off to the side of a village or something, right?
Yep.
Like, and yeah, okay. Yeah, I have seen that talk. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious to know if he'll give that talk or a different one. Okay, cool. Well, that's a good talk, nevertheless. So,
Yeah, but I believe he's been back since giving that talk. So it may be something new also. Not 100% sure, but we've our last speaker is going to be Tom Barr, who is
woo!
rather famous in the plant world.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, other than maybe Crystal Castleman and Karen Randall, I can't really think of anybody bigger. Like they're all. I mean, those people are all pretty much the names, the who's who of the aquarium hobby and slash even just uh what's the word, terrarium and riparium hobby too, more so him, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
wild.
for those who don't know, he is his claim to fame is the estimative index method of fertilizing that
Yeah.
he kind of developed ah, over a
and,
decade ago at this point. Oh, it
yeah,
was a while back, but
and the bar report too, which if you were like
yeah,
me on in the forum days, the bar report was a nice spot to go to yell and argue it with people. I mean, to discuss important scientific topics.
right, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he also is well known for his manzanita collecting.
Indeed.
And he does some beautiful installations around the United States, around the world. So, yeah.
He's also pretty fun to just hang out with, so it'll be a good time with everyone. I'm
Cool.
I'm
And
pretty happy with this lineup, and Alex also touched on it earlier. We've got the Green Earth. They've got the Green Earth Alliance, and we've got two of the three of the board of directors giving talks. So we're also going to be having a Q&A panel with hopefully Yelka as well, if we can figure out the
yeah,
budget to get her over here also.
cool.
We'll be really getting into what they do and how they do it, and whatever questions people might have.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. And then you have lined up for on, is it Sunday, the charity rare species slash rare items
So that's going
auction.
to be Saturday night.
Okay.
We're planning on rolling straight into it from having the Q&A panel,
Okay.
and we will be having Pam Chin again to host the charity auction that we're gonna benefit the Green Earth Alliance with this year. So last year we were able to raise about $1,300 for the Amazon Research Center for ornamental fish,
Nice.
and we're hoping to, increase that this year and every year from now on.
Yeah, and hopefully Dr. Anthony will be around lurking somewhere during this event.
We'll see. He may
Yeah,
be in Peru by then,
right.
but that would be great.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, what else do people have to look forward to during this weekend? Like, okay, so they come out, they listen to what, 5 or 6 2-hour talks, and then they just go home, or what's going on in each day? Are there other events going on or other things
So
going on?
beyond the speakers, we've also got the
Yeah.
vendor floor that's going
Uh,
to be open on Saturday all day and Sunday until uh, not sure what time. can't quote it off the top of my head, but we'll be open in the earlier half of the day, and we'll conclude Sunday with a large auction that's to benefit the club, basically. It'll
Very
be
cool.
just a normal auction like we have every month, but hopefully with a lot more items.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be neat. So if you're looking for rare plants and or fish, this may be the one of the best places to come. Out of all the events in the year in the calendar, the Pacific Northwest, if you want to call all the way down
We're
in
kind of northwest.
yeah, I mean, like I was like, if you want to call it that same thing, I mean, it's kind of a way different feel than like the tech feel of Southern or Central California, and yet it is, you know, a lot warmer and everything, but still, um, I think, yeah, I think it's a nice representative of that part of the country, our little ethos and everything. So, all right. So now that we've got who's there and what sort of things are going on during it, what is the schedule set up to look like thus far?
So the Findig is going to be on June 22nd and 23rd. That's Saturday and Sunday.
June 22nd and 23rd.
And it'll be located at the 4 Points by Sheraton, Sacramento International Airport. If you want to look it up, we do have a group rate for the
Okay.
hotel.
Now, do you need to look up the group rate and know a password or anything like that? Or do you just say, I'm with the Findig, or how does that work?
I did actually email you a link and an attached image flyer for the event and for various things. So I don't know if there's some way for you to display it, or I don't know if I can put it into chat.
Well, not into chat, but I mean, you could type it out as a comment, or you could point your camera at it instead of the aquarium, I suppose, or put it in front of.
Well, let's see if I can. Wait, I am a mod, right?
Yeah.
I think I can post a link. Let's see. Is YouTube gonna auto delete this? Well,
Oh, are you in StreamYard or in YouTube?
I'm in YouTube for the viewers.
Okay. All right. Then you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I see it. I see it.
So that is going to take you to anything that you may want to do for this event. We're, of course, also looking for vendors and sponsors. So if you want to sign up for either of those, this page will take you to that. It also includes the hotel group rate as well as the just attendee registration.
Yeah. Cool.
So that will take you to anything you may want.
All right. So, and that is https flow.page /fin-dig. All right. Flow page.
So the hotel also is going to have, in theory, more than enough parking spaces for anyone who's going to be coming, and that will be free, as well as a airport shuttle for anyone who's flying in.
Oh wow! So you got the airport shuttle, and then also I assume there's probably going to be people driving around doing their own things too, right? That are in other little groups and things. Do you know? Is anybody doing any collecting or anything like that?
Not officially. but we have a few people that know some spots in the club, and there's definitely nothing stopping extra hours entertainment from happening.
And then also San Francisco is not too far away.
San Francisco is, yeah, not too far away. It's about a 2-hour drive or so. But in between there and where we're at, there are a few stores that you can check out. If you do go to San Francisco, there's the Steinhardt, which is a great place to visit, a cool aquarium.
Cool. Cool. So let's see here. Oh wait, what's you saying? All right. So, oh, do you have a logo right now for the Findig?
Not an image one that I can send you, but there is a logo on the
Just on the
page.
website. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. If I can go to, let me see if I can copy. All right. Well, so what else are you, what else are you thinking about wanting to get out there and announce tonight? Anything that we've missed so far?
Well, we have an artist that the channel knows pretty well who's designing our t-shirt for us this year. And we
Yeah.
don't have a final design yet, but when we do, those will be open for pre-order. And there will be very limited, if any, extras for you to buy day of. So on that note, the registration is also open right now for the event itself. But while we were testing it about an hour or so ago, the payment link was not working. So for those who register right now, we will manually send you a link to pay as soon as we can.
Okay, so one more time, what's going on if you try to pay right now, there's a problem. Yeah?
Yes. So at a later time, as soon as we have everything figured out, we will email you the payment method.
Okay.
But
All right.
information registration is open and that is working properly.
Okay, and then is there a banquet dinner or anything like that going on as well?
Not that we're organizing officially.
Okay. Well, I think that's fine. That's just as well. We can all go to Applebee's. I was trying to pull up the website on my computer here, the flow.page /Findig. Interesting. Yeah, it's not. I think other people got it up, right? But I have not been able to. So I was going to try to put it on screen just to show folks what it looks like, but it's not loading on mine.
I just tried it on my computer and it did load up.
Did it? Okay. Can you copy that into our private chat maybe?
The link?
Yeah.
I just clicked on the link I put into the YouTube chat. But
okay. Hold on.
I will do so.
Because yeah, it doesn't let me. It doesn't live link or doesn't active URL link me in the actual StreamYard like suite or whatever, which is annoying. Let's see here. Okay. Comments. What did I just do with the size of that? Okay. Oh, private chat. There we are. In here. Actually, let me see if it actually even does a link. Yeah, okay. It'll link in there. Like, it doesn't even need to be the full URL or anything. As far as the detailed stuff, just anything.com basically, or .org or whatever. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Sent it. Hopefully that'll work.
Yeah. Right now I'm getting interesting. It's saying this site has been reported on. I'm sure this is just some dumb firewall thing on my computer. Continue. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, let me share this with everybody. Right, where are we at? All right, there we go. So we've got this whole website here. Yeah, that is a really cool logo. Who did the logo?
A guy that I met at a plant thing a couple years back. His name is John Stowicki. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh yeah. I know who he is. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, he does a lot of carnivorous plants, and I saw some posters he made. It's like, oh, that's cool. So then he designed the logo.
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm just clicking on a couple spots, hopefully for folks to. Oh no, that took me out of the. Let's see here. Can we go? Oh, it's opening new windows. Okay. Well, folks, you get the idea. This is the website up here as.
Yes, Jeff, the website does have the group rate linked.
Excellent. All right, let's see here. And we've got one more time for old time's sakes. So here is the link, my friends. It's not letting me pin it or anything. Actually, maybe I can do that one right here. So do we have any other questions, viewers? Any thoughts and prayers?
If you think of any after we conclude today, you can go ahead and send them to findigsas@gmail.com. And I'll throw that into the chat also.
Very kind of you.
If you have questions now, we're happy to answer. I'm happy to answer them, but if you don't think of them now, go ahead and send them through.
Okay. That's I mean, it sounds like a deal, sounds like a situation. Can you guys hear my cat's bell jingling? All right, I'm trying to get this to be quiet, but here we go. Oh, here we go. Pin message. All right, there we go. Now we've got the we've got the link pinned so we can get rid of this. And why don't you come back on screen for a moment?
Oh, you want my face back on screen?
Yeah, and I'll be right back too. Hold on.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now we're both back. And I brought my cat to say hi to you.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, wait, these headphones are on backwards. Wow, I didn't think putting headphones on one-handed would be such an ordeal. Oh, holy moly. All right. But yes, she's so dark. You can't even see her eyes. She's like a demon. She's like that Vanta Black that they don't want that one artist to get a hold of.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's how she keeps catching random animals, even though she's got a bell.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, so I will be working on the I guess the t-shirts and any sort of artwork. And when we get a little closer, Ivan and I will talk about our talk, our two different talks, and then also maybe a bit about kind of together if we might be saying something at the panel, about the nonprofit and all that. I think okay, all right, I'll let you go. You want whatever mom's eating? You want chips or something? Here you go. All right.
What a perfect solution. Go
right.
bother someone else.
Yeah, go bother someone else, cat. Well, that is I mean that I thank you for coming up here and for letting everybody know what's going on. I apologize for the delay in the technology, and then also just for the delay in my health tonight. I am I'm very, very worn out tonight. So I'm probably gonna call it an evening soon for whenever you if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
But
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming up and sharing what's going down, and yeah, we'll get this going, and hopefully we'll see some of y'all down in Sacramento. I mean, this is gonna be a big one for the West Coast, like tied with whatever Kenny and his various associates get up to down in Portland. I mean, one of them will be the biggest this side of the Mississippi, probably. So
we're gonna have some fun. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. You and I have had fun at different events. And I wanted to go to the AGA conference this year again, but then I kind of looked at the speakers and the activities, and I was like, oh wait, they're doing the same exact activities and stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I don't feel that bad about missing it.
I was also gonna go, but then a couple things came up, and I also just spent like $1,000 fixing my car, and we'll see how much more on various other things. So I don't think it's really in the books for me either. But since I'm putting this one on and it's in my backyard, I'll definitely be at the Findig.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Well, I appreciate it. And Audra says the Findig was so fun last year. Can't wait for this year. Right on. I'm stoked to hear testimonials. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna need to just lay down. Sorry guys, I get hit by like a wall of total exhaustion certain times of the day. It's a little unpredictable. Usually correlates with when my steroids and stuff are running out of their usefulness. But Yeah. Thank you, Luke, and thank you everybody for coming and hearing
Yeah.
stuff. Sorry if I'm not a little more chipper though.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks again, Alex. Hope we see you there.
All right,
And
yeah. Have a good
get
one,
some rest.
everybody. Have a good one, everybody. Much love, and I'll be back on Friday for sure, if not sooner, somewhere in some capacity. Bye.